Hi everyone, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott, and I am from the channel Depression to Expression on YouTube. I also have a website, DepressiontoExpression.com. I'm sure Kristen will put the links below. This video is for Eating Disorders Awareness Week, and Kristen asked me to talk about getting help. Is it easy to get help? Why is it so scary to get help? What's the big deal? Why aren't people getting help? A little motivation. So I'm going to talk to you about that in just a moment. First of all, I just want to thank Kristen for having me on the channel. For those of you who watch her videos, Kristen is she's everything that's right with the internet. Everything that's right with YouTube, that's Kristen, because she inspires. She doesn't just come on the camera and just talk about her experiences and says boo-hoo. Those aren't the right mental health channels to subscribe to. She gives tangible recommendations, tangible advice mixed with her own personal experience, which creates a relatable video and something that's not scripted, something that's very real. And I know just from watching some of her videos and from the chats we've had before is that she cares about all of her subscribers, puts a lot of effort into her videos, and it shows by her subscriber count, and her channel means a lot to people, and she deserves, every view she gets because she's truly making a difference. So, thank you, Kristen. Now, on to eating disorders. I cannot speak from experience with this. Although, again, my name is Scott, and I do suffer from depression and anxiety. Okay? And I was first diagnosed about, let's say almost 8 years ago now. Oh my god damn! 8 years ago. And this was a time when I knew nothing about mental health. I didn't know what stigma was. I didn't know what depression was, anxiety was. I knew nothing, because why would I read up on that when I didn't know anyone who was struggling and I myself wasn't struggling? I didn't read into it. I didn't educate myself. So, in university, when I felt really bad and I wasn't eating because I was so anxious all the time and I couldn't get out of bed and I was having panic attacks, I wasn't handing in my assignments to school, completely depressed, I said to myself, Scott, something's wrong here. Something's definitely wrong. I remembered in my past, I used to be able to get out of bed. I enjoyed playing basketball. I don't want to do anything. What's happening? So I went and got help. I went and saw a counselor, then a psychiatrist and a psychologist, got put on medication, etc., etc. I know that the stigma is so real, and for eating disorders, it's extremely difficult and it's scary to see someone about it. I'll hit you with some facts. I looked this up before the video, 24 million Americans suffer from an eating disorder. So you are not alone in your suffering. There are people side by side experiencing things similar to you, although everyone has their own experiences. Okay? And of those 24 million people, men and women, girls and boys who suffer from an eating disorder, 10% get professional help. And of that 10%, about 1/3, or let's say 35%, get help from an actual eating disorder specialist. I wish these stats were shocking to me, but they're not, because guys, I know it's so scary to get help. It's so scary. It is. You're putting yourself out there. It's not a broken arm. I realize that. But a lot of the reasons why people don't get help is simply because they're thinking about what other people are going to think of them. Their family, their friends, relatives. There's a lot of pressure. That's the stigma. The stigma comes from other people. And you can check out my channel. I cuss in a few videos and really get angry. But I want you to know that you deserve happiness. You deserve to be healthy. And you have the power to do that. You have the power to get help and to be happy and to be healthy. It comes from you. And you may not think you have the strength, and you may think you're too weak to get help, and you may even think nothing's wrong with me. But I truly believe that there's strength in every single person to do what is scariest. There is power in every single person to do what they fear the most. Because that's when breakthroughs happen. That's when real change happens. That's when life's purpose comes and hits you in the face, when when you're faced with adversity and struggling. That's when reality strikes and hits you and you find meaning. So what does this have to do with getting help? Because when you get help, that is the first step. And it's such a big step, and it's a scary step, but it's such an important step to your recovery. And I know you can do it. Let's admit one thing. It's scary. Let's admit another thing. Not everyone will understand. Let's admit a third. It might not work the first time. Maybe you won't like your therapist. Maybe it just won't work. That's okay. We admitted those things. We were expecting all three. If they happen, we were ready. Guess what? There are way more therapists out there than you can believe. There's good ones and there's bad ones. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors. There's good basketball players, there's bad basketball players. There's good humans and there's bad humans. All right? The second thing, the family. If your family doesn't support you and if they don't believe in you, sometimes I recommend this to people who are scared of what their family thinks, or sometimes your family doesn't believe you have a problem. Guess what? You have a printer at home? All right, go to 20 websites and print off a stack of papers of scientific evidence, of journals, of medical journals about eating disorders, and say, Mom, Dad, boom, here are the facts. This is real. Same with depression and anxiety. It is very real. Okay? And friends, guys, I've lost friends in the process of coming out with my mood disorder. But the ones that stayed, those are the ones you can really count on. Those are your true friends. And guess what? 7 billion people on the planet, people are waiting to be your friend. They're waiting for you. I guess I'm a little off topic here. Sorry, Kristen. Sorry, viewers. Kristen, if you don't upload, that's okay. I know I went off topic. Eating Disorder Awareness Week is so important to break down the stigma of not only eating disorders, but mood disorders in general and mental illnesses in general. I know we can't see it, but it's there. People won't believe it, but it's still there. It's up to you to get help. Find strength within you to seek that help. You break your arm, you'd go see a doctor. You have the flu, you have a cold, you have strep throat, you'd go see a doctor. This is no different, guys. It really isn't. And I dream of the day, I dream of it when we can just say, hey, people at work, I'm not feeling too well. I feel extremely depressed today. I need the day off. Thank you. Okay, Scott. Sounds good. And that's it. I'm going to put some resources down below. Please look into this description. It's going to be, how to get help, and I'll put a bunch of links down there. There is no shortage of information on the internet for eating disorders and how to get help. Okay? Thank you so much, Kristen. Thank you, viewers. I just want to hammer it home that you are so unbelievably strong, and some of you haven't unlocked that potential, but it's in there. It's in there. I know from my own experience. I know from talking to other people in the mental health field. I know from reading emails and comments on my channel. The power's within you, and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to get help. And you can. And you will. Thank you so much. Check out my channel, DepressiontoExpression. Kristen, thank you very much. Happy Eating Disorder Awareness Week. Namaste.